Hello, namaskar, and a very good evening to all the viewers watching our session out there. This is Simran Singh, and you are watching this particular training session on PM eVidya channel number 6 to 12. Well, we have a lot of different mediums through which you all can connect with us. And one of them is our YouTube channel, as you all are well aware of. It is NCRT official. So, for another 1 hour, that is from 4 pm till 5 pm, we have our special online training session for all our viewers, and today is the third day of our online training session, which is titled as Let's Be a Cyber Warrior. So how we all can be safe in a cyberspace and we all can act as cyber warriors in the cyberspace. We have our 4 days online training sessions regarding this topic. Let me also provide you a glimpse of what we have discussed so far and also about our upcoming session. So we started our online training session on 25th of October, that is 1 day back, and we discussed about the new age cyber crimes. And on 26th of October, that is yesterday, we had a conversation regarding psychological effect of cyberspace. And today, that is on 27th of October 2022, we are going to have information more on cybercrime and the redressal mechanisms. And tomorrow is the last or the concluding day of our 4 days online training program, where we'll provide you more information regarding how you can be a mindful user while using internet. So the topic for today says much about cybercrime and redressal, and providing us more guidance and insights into today's topic. We are also joined by a guest through online modality. So allow me to introduce you with our today's guest of the session. She is Miss Anandita Mishra, madam. Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskar.
Good evening. We welcome you in the conversation. I am also delighted to inform all our viewers that we are running these training sessions in collaboration with Cyber Peace Foundation, and ma'am is currently serving as a consultant at Cyber Peace Foundation. I am also happy to inform you that she was also with us on the first day of online training session, where we discussed about the new age cybercrimes. So we discussed about the cybercrimes, and today we are going to elaborate on the redressal mechanisms. So all the viewers who have connected with us for today's session, for any reason if you have missed our previous sessions, then NCRT official, our YouTube channel, is the place where you can find the video links of all our videos. Ma'am, please allow me to take our viewers across your journey very quickly. Miss Anandita Mishra has a decade worth of experience in creating cyber safety awareness in her capacity as McAfee Cyber Mom India. She has now started her own individual campaign as Mission Cyber Safety on social media to share tips and resources with parents and educators on bringing up aware and responsible digital citizens. Her experience as a high school teacher and a parent of now adult kids has helped her to connect easily with children and adults, also helping families to make a smooth transition to the digital world. So with the extensive experience in the field, I assume that today's session is going to be very productive for all our viewers. And in case if you have any of the queries, in the comment section of NCRT official is for all our viewers, all the audiences watching our session out there. Besides, here is a contact number that is flashing on your screens. So feel free to give us a call at 8800440559, and a specific help desk mail ID is again flashing on your screens. You may also submit or share your feedback with us through training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. So let's begin this conversation. In the first place, ma'am, I'll request you to please apprise our viewers more about a cybercrime and redressal, and also introduce today's topic for all our viewers.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
And I'm glad to be part of this campaign, wherein we get a very wider dimension and wider space and forum to discuss something that is very important today, which is cybercrimes and redressal. Now, we all know about the cyberspace, about that crimes that are happening, can happen, and with, passing time, even the criminals are becoming more advanced, and they are honing their skills to, launch newer kinds of crimes. So it is required that as digital users, all of us should be aware of what the crimes are, where it can happen, how it can happen, and what can we do. So my main agenda today is to answer all your WH questions. Number 1, where the crime happens. Number 2, why does it happen, especially to children, because our focus is on children. Number 3, what are the types of crimes that can happen, that is happening today. Number four, how can we protect our children from such crimes? What are the lessons and teachings we can give them so that they can be safe online? And number five, whom to approach if we or our known ones, God forbid, face such a crime. So let me take you to this very interesting journey of widening your knowledge base, and I'm sure you all will be informed, more aware digital users after the end of the session. So we are going to cover, therefore, the digital space. Where does the crime happen? That was the first question. It happens in the digital space using digital communication methods. Who are the vulnerable ones? So we're going to consider the children and why are they vulnerable? The crimes, what are the crimes? How do they happen? How can we help children, the teachers, the parents, and whom to approach if we fall victim to such crime? So let us find out more about the digital space. We are all aware that digital space is not a defined, limited space, like a space called, say, India. It is a defined space with borders, with a proper government, laws, the constitution that guides us all. We know what is to be done, not to be done, what is legal, what is illegal. We know what punishment awaits us if we do something illegal. If we are harmed or we are threatened or at risk, we know we can go to the police or other boards of justice and seek justice and shelter. What do we do in the digital world? A digital world is not defined. It is like an unlimited open space where there are no real houses, real people, real court, real laws. Here, anybody can become a member. There are no international or national boundaries. Anybody who has a internet-enabled device and access to the internet is a digital citizen. So you are a digital citizen. I, who am using this laptop to have this talk with you, is a digital citizen. Anybody who is using a phone to take your GPay transaction when you're going to buy something in the market, or you are going to work from home, or you're studying through sharing a group video communication media, everybody, all of us, when you're using a digital device, are a digital citizen. So we are connecting here, and what is the internet doing? Very simply speaking, when I click on my computer or the browser and enter something, the internet is simply collecting all the information that I've sent and packaging them and sending them as a set of packets to the person or the web or host or the server that I is intended for. From there, it collects the information they have given in response and brings it back to my device. And keep in mind, thousands and millions of such interactions are taking place all the time. So, because they're sent in small packages, it makes it easy for hundreds and thousands of packages to be sent one by one. So, how does the communication occur? I'm going to give you a very simple example based on which you will gain an idea how all the bigger communication occurs. So suppose this is my computer 192.168.1.1. That is my internet protocol ID. Each computer, each device, as soon as it connects to the internet, has its own IP address. So this is my IP address. And remember, for any cyber crime, police will look for the IP address. So actually, you are not very anonymous when you are online. Your device is your address. Now, suppose I want to go to example.com. That is the example we have taken. So I open my browser and type in HTTPS. Now, this is a protocol set up when internet was made, HTTP, to transfer data, hypertext transfer protocol, and the S is making it more secure. So this is one simple teaching I can share right now. Whenever you're using your browser to type in a web an URL, Uniform Resource Locator, the address like google.com or amazon.in or .gov.in, you want to know income tax.gov.in, you have to look for the S sign to ensure it's a secure site. After that comes www, that is, which particular host do I want to go to? World Wide Web. There are other hosts also. www is the most popular. Which particular? So, my internet you can see out here from 192.168.1.1, it goes to my router. From the router, it is going to the internet service provider, which can be your Jio or Airtel or Vodafone, BSNL, whichever router you're using. From this, the router sends all the packages to the web servers. Servers will go to the www, the correct address where I have asked for, get back in response all the files required and send me back the same way. In this, example is the domain name. After www, then what? Then they need the exact name, domain name. And .com, which is for top level domain name, is actually denoting that it is a company. If it is a business, it is .org, .biz. If it is education sector, it is .edu. That is how the domain, top level domain names are given. So this is how it takes place. Now there can be attacks in the middle. Somebody can hack our password of the router and connect to a device. Somebody can launch a man in the middle attack or denial of service attack and stop this from sending me the information, or man in the middle attack can take away all my information that I was sending to another person to their own computer. So that is why I just gave you an idea. This is a very, very simplified idea of how your digital devices work. We come to the next question, why children are so vulnerable? Earlier, when we started this journey of safety of our children, when we realized that we got to encourage children to become good digital citizens right from the time they come into the digital world by starting to use digital devices. We used to call children digital natives because they are very quick with devices. They can handle devices well. They can very quickly learn. If you buy a smartphone and you take it home, the first thing you do is give your smartphone to your children at the house, in the house, or younger people, and say, "Bachcha thoda dikha do, isko kaise chalana padta hai, because I'm not very sure how to get my download apps or get my contacts from my previous phone, or how to go to cloud and store my things." Cloud is nothing but another server where you can store your content. So later it was realized by cybersecurity experts around the globe that children should not be called natives because they are not coming down with the knowledge, inherent knowledge of the world, digital world itself. They need to learn the skills of digital literacy, for digital communication, digital ethics. They need to learn the correct skills and competences, and only then can they become digital natives. So the term today we use for children is digital orphans. We have kind of thrown them into the digital world without supplying to them the background knowledge required. Compared to a digital world child, consider a real world child. In the real world, when children are born, we know what is right. We will not let the child go near fire. When the child is crawling, and we will not let the child go crawl over glass, or shreds of harmful substances like plastics, because they will hurt themselves, they will bruise. We are all the time keeping watch on them when they're eating or drinking or in the water. Why? Because we know this has to be done. We ourselves are digital immigrants, so we are not aware of what it takes to be done online so that we can keep our children safe. So this knowledge is very important, and because they don't have this knowledge, children are vulnerable. Also, children are curious, very adventurous by nature, and they like taking risks. Also, they like making friends with strangers because new people, new thoughts, new ideas, it is very interesting for them. It's interesting for us also. But you see, adults have two things going for them. They are experienced. They have years of experience to, give them the sixth sense to understand whether the person is good or bad or avoidable, not avoidable. Children like that. and children do not have foresight. They do not consider the consequences of their action. Each action has a consequence, and the consequence can cascade into something else. So much. So far, children do not think. They think of the now. So therefore, we've got to educate them. And children are very vulnerable, especially the teenage. It is very easy to brainwash them, mentor them, groom them, change their perspective totally if they start trusting and believing the person they are communicating with online, even if he or she is a stranger. So that is one big danger, when children can be brainwashed into believing what they have been told or what they have seen without verifying whether what they are seeing or being told is true or not. So therefore, this sense, till it comes, children, we say, are orphans. So what are the skills that we need to give the children? The most important 5 skills are: number one, sift fake from truth. Today, we are all aware how much of fake news flood all our social media. And we happily share. When we share fake news, we ourselves are becoming generator and producer of that news. We are part of the group that is sharing. So we are equally culpable for it, because you might say forwarded as received, but that does not protect you from legal actions if there are any at the end of the day. So do not forward anything that you do not know to be 100% true. If you want to forward, verify. Go to a fact-checking site like all PIB, or you can go to POO app of Government of India and see whether this is ours, if this is true or not. You can just Google the content or the picture and see if it is true or not, and only then forward. Never forward without verifying. And if you're not sure, do not forward it. Better not to forward wrong things than to do so. You need to have correct communication skills. How to communicate. You may know how to operate, write letters, write messages, but there is something missing on the digital media, which is your body language. And there is a cultural difference also from people from place to place. So, like all Indians, we know Indians will say this. We all know that this is what people make fun of, because they do not understand whether this is yes or no. We do it with a body language, okay? We have not written yes or no. When you are writing, when you are communicating, we need to be careful about what we say, how we say it, and to whom we are saying this. These things have to be taken into account. The correct way of typing in words, the correct words and emojis to use. This knowledge of communication is very important to keep knowledge flowing smoothly. Also, to be safe and ensure that people you know, your contacts, your devices, everything is safe, you have got to practice safety, security, and keep your accounts private. It goes without saying that just like in the real world, children need to be respectful of themselves so that nobody makes fun of them, nobody asks them to do things they don't like. So respectful of themselves and others they are dealing with online. And also, finally, the last one, very important, anybody who uploads any content is responsible and will be accountable for it. You have uploaded it, it is your responsibility to check whether it is correct or wrong, it is required or not required, it will be harmful or not harmful. And if some actions are taken, legal actions, you are accountable. So every digital user is accountable for its actions. Now let us come to the main focus of today. What are cyber crimes? Any crime committed with the use of a device and the internet is called a cyber crime. Cyber crimes are of various types. It can be committed against a person, a group of person, a person like phishing or scamming or malware or fraud or spam. It can be committed against a group. It can be a group of people from a country, from a particular community, from a particular state or region or gender. It can be a crime against a whole organization. Like 2 years back, there was a picture coming out saying, don't drink this cold drink, it contains Ebola. So therefore, you So such, it can be against a company, it can be against the government. So cyber crimes are of different types. We shall now go through some of the general cybercrime, come to the ones that are more of our focus today, that is crimes to children, against children. So what are the threats to individual? Individual may be harassed online. There can be something called revenge porn when somebody's proposal is rejected. Then these people try to do what? They take the picture of the or photograph of the person they have proposed to, edit and morph it, and then share it online to bully them and harass them. The extortion is when you want money and extort money from somebody by airing them or threatening them to out their videos, personal videos or personal photos. Obscenity is when people send obscene images or content. Stalking is when somebody is from going behind you on each and every social media or trying to contact you or follow you up. Voyeurism and grooming. These are the most against individual. And other than these are phishing, frauds. Frauds, we have heard of so many. You are going to buy clothes, you want to go to Myntra.com, but a link tells you that Myntra is giving you 50% off, and you click on the link and it takes to another site which looks like Myntra, but it's not Myntra, and you buy clothes there, and you may get very inferior quality clothes, or you may not get any clothes and your money is lost. So then there are people who steal from company by getting their digital signature. There are different kind of frauds being conducted. Fake app is something we all come across. All the time we like to download apps on our phone and laptop. So the moment somebody says, have you tried this app? It gives fantastic photograph. It edits photograph. I have seen, sorry, on the phones of my friends, how they have a number of apps to edit photographs before they share it on Insta or Facebook or any other site of their choice. Now these apps, they simply click on the app and install. They do not check terms and conditions. They do not check the permissions asked for. They do not find out whether the app is sharing information with a third party or not, or whether it is a genuine app or not. OTP fraud, these comes in when these are related, associated with purchases and selling, where somebody will tell you that I have sent you the OTP, please share it with me, then we'll secure an account, or your credit card will be, is the last day of credit card, you are sharing the secure account to check whether it is your card or not, then it will be renewed, or otherwise it will not be renewed. Any kind of message can come to you, and in here you share the OTP, but what happens is your bank account gets empty. Impersonation is when somebody pretends to be another person and befriends you and then does all the crime that he wants to do. Trolling somebody is misbehaving with somebody online, just like that. Just somebody wrote a comment or somebody uploaded a photograph or a video. Say, I upload a video of myself cooking. I'm very fond of cooking. I prepare a nice dish and I upload a video. Now many people give me likes, some give me no likes. Okay, but that has been removed now, thankfully. But then in the comment section, if I keep it open, some will say, horrible dish, or what is new in it, or why did you share it, not interested. I may feel bad, I may feel hurt. So what do? I turn off comments. So I share what I want to share without being hurt by anybody. Cyberbullying happens a lot among children, so we'll give it some more time. And fake news, about which I've already told you. So we are going to discuss a little bit about the things that happen a lot with growing children, children in their teenagers. See, children at this age develop likes and dislikes and develop attraction towards the opposite sex or attraction towards another member of the humankind. And then what happens is, if they are rejected, they feel very angry. They are children, they are very vulnerable. They feel their whole personality, their whole existence is rejected. And they then do what? If they have private photographs, intimate photographs, or conversation, they threaten the people saying that we shall, why make these go viral if you don't do this or that, give us money, or do this as we instructed. Cyber obscenities happened. The man was caught who pretended to be a child and befriended children online. So, and then once he became friends with them, he started sending them on Messenger dirty pictures of body parts. So these are obscene pictures, and many of us have got them sometime or the other, obscene messages of romance, obscene pictures. So these cause a lot of harassment to the receiver. Bullying, as I told you, we'll discuss in detail, is because bullying is something that happened earlier, is happening, and will continue happening whenever and wherever they are human beings. Human beings like to be stronger, to show themselves to be stronger, more powerful, more influential is the word I'm looking for here, and popular. So a person in the real world who is popular, the other kind of a character with two, three friends, his cronies around, they bully the timid, the weak, the shy. They make fun of them, make jokes of them, and everybody else laughs. That is, happens in the real world. Online, both the strong and aggressive and the weak, who has the anonymity given by the digital device, are bullied. So a timid person who is bullied in school can come home, create a Facebook profile of or an Instagram profile of being a strong hulk of a character or a strong beautiful girl and give a different name, a different picture, and they can use their media to bully those by creating jokes about them or memes about them who bullied them in school or who they don't like or who they want to take revenge against. So cyberbullying happens a lot online. Sometimes it goes out of your known friends to outside to people who you do not know, strangers, and when strangers join in, it becomes viral. Such was the case of a girl called Amanda Todd 10 years ago, and it has been happening all over the years till Amanda took her own life at the end. She changed schools a number of times, but what had happened to her, that news was spread by some of the other child to those children of that other schools. And then what happened was she was again shamed and named and victimized till she could not take it anymore. She decided to end her life. We do not want any child to come to this. Now, if a child is timid, if a child is shy, or if a child is very intelligent, children do tend to make fun of them. It can lead to embarrassment, humiliation, and sometimes it can become illegal. When a person posts his or uploads his dance video, his or her, and people make fun of him by making rude remarks, mean, humiliating, or a person creates a video but does not share online, but a friend sees the video, thinks it will make everybody else laugh, and quietly steals from the forwards it from the friend's phone to their own phone and then share it online to make them a scapegoat and everybody laughing at them. So what happens to the child? Can you imagine the effect, the psychological effect on the child who is facing all this kind of bullying? False information is very important, something we as adults also are not very aware of, and children specifically have to be told again and again and again because the internet is filled with information. Even Wikipedia, people can edit it. So the information on Wikipedia, please do not consider it 100% correct. Check your source, check it in two, three different sources online before you consider information to be true. Now, the false information we have divided into four different categories. One is misinformation. So, supposing somebody said you can make diamonds out of coal. That is a true statement. Over the years, coal will change into diamond. We have all studied about it. But if somebody did not listen clearly or misinterpreted it and shared with everybody, she makes diamonds from coals. That is a misinformation. Sometimes, mostly it is because wrongly, unintentionally, wrongly presented. But sometimes it can be done deliberately also to make fun of the person. That is misinformation. Disinformation is when you deliberately share wrong information to create This is just intended to create chaos in the society or to create a lot of disturbance. For example, 2, 3 months back when there were floods in Bengaluru, in the town of Bangalore in Karnataka, in what people started doing is they started posting flood scenes from all over the world, wherever they got whichever scene from, necessarily not of Bengaluru, and saying, well, the people are doing this, and people don't have food, and people don't have water. This is creating disturbance and fear among the people, among the relatives of those people, among the people living in Bengaluru, and anger among them that they are not being helped. So this is deliberately giving a wrong information. There was flood, that is truth. But when you give a wrong information deliberately, it is called misinformation. Malinformation is based on reality, but I can think I use the flood situation to say malinformation when you deliberately give a twist also to create chaos. And rumors are when you spread some news without saying, I am not sure, but I heard. Did you hear anything like that? And when a rumor starts, it starts spreading like wildfire in a jungle. It will go from one person to another. Did you hear anything like this? So that is it true? And then another person, everybody is curious, everybody wants to satisfy their curiosity, get an answer, and share with friends, become the topic of discussion in different chat groups and friend groups, online and offline. And rumors and we say there's no smoke without fire, there has to be something. And that is how rumors continue and create problems. So I was talking, I've already shared, when people harass the victim by trying to connect with them online via various social media profiles, they try to control the victim. They can also exert financial control and ask the victim to share money. It so happens when the victim is group, they can tell them, give me money for this, or I require money and then I'll stop stalking you. And the victim shares money just to stop this. So for that, they first befriend the victim, then brings them under their control, harass them, scare them, and shows them that they are more powerful and the victim is weak, separates them from the rest of the family, and gets the victim to do what they want or makes them feel disturbed. Voyeurism is something that has again come online. You may have heard stories about how people suddenly discover that in changing rooms or in the girls' gym there were camera recording them changing their clothes in a mall, or girls taking bath, or boys in the changing room, whichever. It can be boys or girls. If somebody takes private videos of girls or boys or any other private acts and then shares it among friends or sells it on the dark web, it is called voyeurism. It is one of the dirtiest things to do to a person, and it is punishable by law. So if you have received it and shared it, if you are creating such videos or if you are checking out such videos online, please remember, if there is a legal case, you are also going to be punishable. So better not take part in such activities, even if your friends dare you to. Even though online gaming and taking part in risky challenges like take a selfie in front of a running train, go to the edge of a cliff and take a selfie, these challenges are not cyber crimes. I listed them here because they lead to uh, problems for children. When children become addicted to games, they lose perspective of their life. They stop studying, playing with their friends, visiting or socializing. They're only playing games. And then the crime starts. People ask them to bet on different game levels or games or get more gaming options or lives by paying for them. And children, if they don't have enough money from their parents' pocket money, some cases have been reported where they took money out of their parents' account or use their parents' card. Now, parents trust their children, so they keep their wallets and purses around. And children usually know the passwords or the key or the CVV number of the parents' cards, and they use that to buy lives or better gaming options. And this leads to them performing criminal acts. So children can also perform criminal acts. Now, bullying is also done by children, so children can do illegal things and cyber things that we term as crime. Here are, you can see, so many examples of how children have fallen prey to different uh, have even taken their own lives or killed somebody because of their online gaming addiction. So it is better to buy children video games which are age appropriate than leaving a child. It is very difficult to control later on. They'll need counseling, therapy. You have to start early and fix up a time for children to play games. So PUBG or addiction makes Lucknow boy kill his mother who had complained against it. A child whose father had died, he spent the 36 lakhs that the company had given his widowed mother on games. So we have to stop our children from committing crimes because, as I told you earlier, children do not have the knowledge and foresight. They think if I put in money, I'll get more money and I can give my parents back the money. They are not here to steal. They honestly want to return the money back, but they don't understand that betting size, they will not get anything back. We as adults are aware of such, but even adults bet. So you see, it is a characteristic that developed in the children from right at the beginning. They should not have access to money from parents' accounts or their credit and debit cards. Impersonation. Now, a child once told me, a friend's child, that, you know what, Shah Rukh Khan is following me. And I said, really? Show me. And she opened her Facebook account. She was only around 14 years then. At the age of 13, she could sign up on Facebook. Even though she had tried to sign up earlier, her parents, being aware of the age limitation, had not allowed. So at the age of 14, she was still a newbie, a rookie on such sites. And she saw a picture with Shah Rukh Khan and then written, I am SRK. And she thought, oh my God, this is the real Shah Rukh Khan. And he liked her photographs. She was on top of the moon. But then I spoke to her about impersonation. When people pretend to be a celebrity or a well known profile or somebody who they are not, and they use a fake name, a fake age, address, and one has to be very careful online of such fake profiles. Fake profiles can also befriend you and you trust them. So, supposing a child gets a friendship request from a favorite uncle who has recently signed up on Facebook and she befriends him, not knowing that the uncle's profile has been hacked and the uncle is not aware that somebody has created a profile in his or her in his name. And then the uncle sends message, I need money. Can you send me some money at this address? The child will say, I don't have money. He said, can you ask your parents? This is me. And the parents will think, oh my God, this is our friend asking for money. Let me help. Or the child can use parents' credit cards and pay. So anything can happen. But this one is the most important, cyber predators. Cyber predators or cyber shikari. We call them predators. Why? Because they catch children, young children online, befriend them, pretend to be of their age, pretend to be very nice, kind, intelligent, caring, and appreciative, share a lot of affection and appreciation. And at this age, from around 10, 11 to 16, the child is very vulnerable. So when they get a lot of affection, appreciation, and understanding from somebody, they lean towards that person, and what happens is then the groomer slowly they're grooming the child to become dependent on them emotionally, and they will say, okay, your parents don't want you to become a dancer, they want you to become an engineer. Wow, you're such a good dancer. And then the child says, this one person understands me, my parents don't understand me, this person understands what I want, he understands that I'm an artist. And they become more towards that person. They share, they confide in the person their biggest secrets, their fears, their aspirations. And then one day the person say, let's take this from the social media profile to WhatsApp, share your phone number, and then slowly become a photograph. If the child is reticent, no, I will not share my photograph, it's not safe. Then the person will say, you're very right. You should be safe online. You're a wonderful person. I like you. But I have many other girlfriends and boyfriends, but I like you more. So I wanted a personal picture of you. But it's okay if you don't want to give. And then the child starts feeling guilty. What if he finds other friends? What if somebody else becomes a closer friend? So after some time, they say, okay, I'll share. Please don't get angry. And they share their picture. And then it starts. The groomer knows the child is in my control. And the groomer will ask them to share pictures without dresses on, while kissing somebody or taking part in some sexual act, or ask them to meet them offline where they can even traffic the child. So, with these pictures and videos of child, they can sell them online to pornographic sites and different websites in the dark web and make money or even sell their child. So, therefore, we need to be very careful and tell the child that be aware of who you become friends with, no befriending strangers online, and if somebody is approaching you, friend request, talk to us. There is a lot of inappropriate content online that we see. We've got to tell, use filter and parental controls. So, how do we help children stay safe online? We use security software tools like paid antivirus so that comprehensive security can be obtained. We teach children to log off from all accounts and to use two-factor authentication and fix time for them when they can go online. There is something digital well-being. That app can be found on Google Play Store. Use that to fix timing for all social media apps and help them practice stop, think, click so that they do not click on all video links or any attachment that come to them which will take them to malware infested sites. Also, tell them there is no free lunch. Nobody is going to give you anything for free online. You have to be careful. If it is free, then you are the product. They want something from you. So these are the small things. And also be responsible, realistic, and resilient. Resilience is something we should teach our children as parents and also as teachers. We have to tell our children that the world is full, it's a cycle, sometimes they'll be good, sometimes they'll be bad. We'll meet good people, we'll meet bad people in real life as well as in the offline, online world. And if something bad happens to us, like bullying or harassment, we'll accept that, okay, it has happened, we'll take action, and then we get on out of it and move on. We cannot let it depress us or make us sad and, lose interest in life. That is not right. As parents, we can help children practice digital balance by encouraging them to play games, have hobbies, read, spending quality time with their children, but also control our own screen time. Be a role model, limit your screen time so that children will follow you. If you spend a lot of time on social media, children will tend to do so. What can teachers do? Teachers can do a lot. All teachers, not just computer teachers. Teachers can teach them about disciplined usage so that they don't become addicts. Talk about cyber crimes, and when talking, say, this is how you talk to your friends. If your friends fight, tell them that if you use such language and such behavior online, you are going to be in trouble. Diplomacy. Talk about being kind. Set up student group bodies like volunteer groups like Cyber Sena, Cyber Warrior. Cyber Peace has Cyber Peace Force, such who will help people who have suffered online, to whom children can approach and tell them what they have suffered. Now we come to the last part of our session, which is whom to approach if we become, God forbid, victims of cyber crimes. Now, first, the laws of India. Since we are Indian citizens, we go to the specific laws. If your computer is stolen, if your desktop or your laptop or your phone, all of these, or if your CCTV camera is stolen or it has been hacked, citizens B, C, these are to be resorted to. Section 66D of IT Act 2000 is for cases where people have impersonated others and have stolen data or infected the device and the server network. 66E for your capturing, publishing and transmitting private pictures of the body without permission. 66F deals with cyber terrorism, anything that incites activities that are leading to terrorism. There is life imprisonment for that. For children, 67B is very important, where any sharing, publishing, transmitting, or forwarding of any content that contains child pornographic content, that will be highly punishable first time and even second time. Government of India has also POCSO and JJ Act, Protection of Children Against Sexual Offences, and the Juvenile Justice Act, which has divided that if there is a crime committed by a child, there is one way to look at it, and if children who are in need of shelter and protection, like for children from the street or children who are orphaned, they have to be treated in another way. So Juvenile Justice Act spells that out. To report a cybercrime, you can go online and report to National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, NC. Cybercrime.gov.in is the address you should know, cybercrime.gov.in. This is the page that will open up and you can fill in the details and it will be looked into. This is a page I would like you to keep a screenshot of. It has all the details about where to report in case of a cybercrime that you or somebody else close to you have faced. Cybercrime.gov.in, I've already told you. National Commission for Women, the helpline number and the website has already been listed. For all women issues, keep 181 handy and saved on your phone contact so that you can immediately dial. For fraud issues, 1930 is the number you immediately dial, because the faster you report, the greater the chance of protecting your money from being embezzled or taken away. We have our own helpline number at Cyber Peace Foundation, which is 957-5066. You can listen WhatsApp number where you can contact us. We can advise you on what to do. And you should also report if it is happening on social media like Facebook, Insta, Snapchat. You should report on the 3 dots on the top of the post. There you can click and report the content, block the person who has sent such, unfriend them, keep the content safe. If you want more information about Cyber Peace Force, a volunteer group who are going to share knowledge, advice on how to stay safe, and if you are victimized, how to take action, you can find us online on Cyber Peace Force on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Insta. Also, our foundation links are given here. You can find us on all 4 social media sites, or Cyber Peace NGO or Cyber Peace Foundation, and we'd be glad to hear from you and help you the best we can. And with that, we draw an end to our presentation.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing all those important details with our viewers regarding cyberspace, be it any sort of cyber threat. Cyber stalking, cyber bullying, the fake profiles, the impersonation that you discussed for all our viewers, and I'm pretty sure it turns out to be very productive for each and every individual watching our session out there, not only just youngsters or the children, but also the people of old age, because at times we never know who turns out to be the most vulnerable or who is at the other end of the table. So thank you so much for providing us insights into all those details. In the conversation, we are left by the last 2 minutes. So ma'am, I have a question for you. If you permit me, could I take that question?
Of course.
So it is often said that users are the weakest link in the security chain. Very precisely, I'll request you to please inform our viewers more about that.
See, you may have the best cyber security software installed on your devices. You may have a very strong password for all your accounts, including your router and your device. You have been protected, your phone, everything. But your firewall is up. But if you are going to download attachments without verifying whether the download was sent by the person and to you, if you're going to click on a link that offers to show you some naughty videos or something that says, you will never believe what you are shown as in this video, or if you're going to click on a pop-up that promises you gifts and lottery money, or go to a link that tells you that your bank has found this much money lying unused, please click on this link to take you to your online banking site, then you are the one who are allowing a gateway for cyber criminals to enter your life, whether through a malware or a virus or a cookie. If you're giving permissions to all apps and everything, all contacts, your pictures and your galleries, to all the apps that you're downloading, If you do not verify that the app that you're downloading is true or not, you can verify by checking how many downloads of the app has there been, whether it's a substantial number of around 25 to 50,000. What are the reviews on the apps? What are people talking about? Then you are allowing cyber criminals entry. So even if you have the best security devices, if you do not take precautions, then you are at risk.
Of course. Thank you so much for answering that question so appropriately for all our viewers. Well, we would have loved to continue the conversation, but due to time constraints, we'll have to wrap it up here itself. Thank you so much, Anandita ma'am, for guiding the
Thank
path of
you.
our viewers.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you so much for having me. Have a good
thank
day,
you. It was
everybody.
our honor to have you in the conversation with us. So, all the viewers who have connected with NCRT for this particular session, it's time to wrap up and conclude this session for all of you. But stay connected to NCRT. Tomorrow also at the same time, we'll have our concluding session of our online training program where we'll inform you about how you all can be a mindful user while using internet. So as of now, it's time to conclude this session, but stay connected because upcoming is our session of Sahyog. So keep watching PM eVidya channels. Namaskar.